What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another video today, taking a look at Palantir Stock, ticker symbol PLTR. So we'll take a look at how the stock's been trading, the downtrend we've been for a couple days now, some red candles. We'll take a look at future levels of support and resistance, and then we will talk about where the stock could go in the future based on recent price action. So if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are. And I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record. We will get right into it. So another another decent red day for Palantir. We're talking a $2.94 red day. We're down about 8.66%. We are up slightly after hours, but still, we're talking about 7.5% red day. That too on a day where the market was pretty green, right? We're talking NASDAQ being up 1.5%. The Dow Jones being up 480 points, 1.59%, and the S&P 500 being up 1.4% as well. So on a day like that, Palantir was red, but Palantir has had Palantir has had a great run, right? So if you watched me for a while, you know that we were talking about this bull pennant that was forming, and we talked about it for a while, and we were anticipating a breakout. We got that breakout that took us from the 20s to the low 30s and eventually continued to take us to $45. So from that, we've started to sell off a little bit, right? Profit taking, pretty normal. Pullbacks are normal, right? Pullbacks are healthy for the stock. And hopefully we start to see a little bit of a turnaround soon. So how did Palantir stock trade today? So if you guys remember, yesterday we closed in the 33s, high 33s. And today we opened kind of flat, a little bit up, and then we were kind of falling. And right out of the gate, what we got was a pretty nasty looking sell-off, right? No other way to put it. We went from the 34s to the 30.98. If you take a look here, it did slow down during our level here, hit up against it, pushed up, hit down, tried to come back up, but couldn't make it, tried again here, couldn't make it. So that level was broken through, went down, came up, and then you guys know I'm looking at VWAP, right? So looking at levels that we make, that we put on a daily basis, and also looking at VWAP to see where the stock could stop. Here we hit VWAP, got rejected, went right back down, and this was a pretty perfect bounce, right? So if you have the same levels as I do, we had the 30.39 level on our charts. We bounced at 30.50. That's 11 cents away from our level, guys. Doesn't get better than that, right? We've been really good with our levels so far. So that, even on a red day, right? If you understand the levels and you can play the levels, maybe you know where to buy some shares, maybe you know where to sell if we're coming up on resistance and it doesn't break through, right? So the level still can be really powerful even on a red day like this. Gives you an opportunity to maybe buy, it gives you maybe an opportunity to get into an options contract to play for a quick day trade. So we went up to VWAP, right? And that's when we were kind of below it, above it, below it, and then we closed below VWAP. So that's the one thing I didn't like, is the kind of downward push that we had from this point in the 32s for the second half of the day. Also don't like that we closed below VWAP, but I do like that we kind of established this point as a little bit of a support line for us. So let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see what we see. So as you know, if we take a look at our indicators, right, we bounced really nicely off of this line, which also happened to be where the 21 EMA was. So that 21 EMA, if you take a look here, it'll be 30.39, which just so happens that that's where our level is as well, like down to the cent. It usually isn't like that, right? Like the EMAs change, but our levels have been there for a little bit. So we broke the 8 EMA today. That's not good news, right? That was in the 33s. We were down to the 21 EMA here. So what is next? Well, from a level of support and resistance, we've got a couple levels from a price action perspective, right? Where the stock has, found support, found resistance. So let's take a look at that. If we start to go down, right, that first level for us is the 30.39 that we saw hold up today. We've had that for a little bit. It's not a new level, but it got validated today, which is great news for us. Then right below that, we've got the 29.46 level. If we break through the $30 mark, and then we've got the 34 EMA coming in the 28.40s. On the upside, right, we've got this level to push for, which is kind of the mid 32s, mid to high 32s, which is pretty close to the 8 EMA and the 33. So if we can capture this, we can capture the 8 EMA, Then, since we are making lower highs and lower lows, the high of the previous day becomes a point to reach for, right? So if we can break the 8 EMA at $33, I'm looking at today's high of $34.20. Then I'm looking at $35.62 from the day before. And then I'm looking at our next level in the 36.72s. I don't want to draw all those levels for us just because that would really crowd the chart. But you know, that's one thing that you can look for, is the high of the previous day if we do see a green day tomorrow. I think we're at a pretty interesting, I don't want to call it crucial, but kind of crucial point where we bounced off the 21 EMA today. That was at 30.39. We could go down to test it one more time, and it's really important that that level holds for us to not drop below 30 and hit that 28 level that I was talking about, or hit the 34 EMA right at 28.40s. So if we start to push up tomorrow, great. If we start to push down, I'm watching that 21 EMA really carefully to see, you know, if that level holds in the 30.39s. Again, I'm hoping that, you know, we find good support in the 21 EMA and we start to push up. Maybe we break the 33 level here and then we start to make a run at 36. That would be my kind of goal this week, is if we can break this 33 level and, you know, start to maybe find a baseline. But before that, we need to find a good level of support here in the 21 EMA and near the low 30. So that 30 or 31 level, find good support there, push up towards the 33s. And then we can, you know, kind of, you know, make highs of 33s, 30s, not highs, but make, you know, higher highs is what I meant to say, in the 33s and 36s. So again, we've had 4 red days, hoping for a turnaround to come soon, depending on how we keep reacting with the 21 EMA. Hopefully we hold that and start to push up. I did add a couple shares for, you know, my long-term portfolio. So hoping for a turnaround soon. I do think we'll be higher than where we are today. But we do have earnings coming up. They announced today. It'll be February 16th, which is exactly 2 weeks from now. So again, going back to this point, if we can start to find a base soon, maybe we have a little bit of run into earnings, maybe hitting that high 30s, maybe hitting the high 30s, beating the 40 mark. And then depending on how earnings and the outlook look, maybe we see a little bit of a sell-off after the fact, right? But running up into earnings is kind of what I'm looking for, but we need to really establish a baseline kind of at the 21 EMA, or maybe we keep going to the 34. But again, I'm hoping for the 21 EMA. So let me know down in the comment section how you guys are trading Palantir, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day.